Fibonacci asks, any first impressions on the bots in Eldraine? Always open colors, anything they criminally don't take, like Soroform hybrids in RNA. Currently one of the underrated cards, but I think the let's see, let's look at I'll get out of the way here, and we can talk about where we're at with this format. I'm going to start by just filtering to black cards. Underrated by bots include kind of Reef Soul. Reef Soul goes very late. Tempting Witch is rising and rising as a reach way to win. Chucking poisoned apples at Oppo's heads has won me a lot of Magic games lately. Foreboding Fruit goes very late. Lost Legion goes very late. Here, though, is your big criminal. Revenge of Ravens is basically ignored by bots, and when you can get them in multiples, it's downright oppressive. So this, I think, is the big one. Reaper of Night is so available that you don't have to prioritize it, even though it plays out like a B-B level card, to use the LR scale. They go so late, and you only want one or two, so you can pick these up super late and have very, very powerful effects in your deck without having to use early picks on them. That's powerful. Wujo, I think I mean, I know you're joking a little bit. You got the Kappa and everything, but as much as I ranted about milling, I can get over that and deal with that. It's just the grindiness of the food that I think is the reality. Oh yeah, I love the National to death, Fenor. We were talking about, just to jump back to music real quick, people are asking me, like, who's your favorite live band? And I did mention the National is in the upper echelon of bands that I will basically see live at any point at any time. Yeah, they're a great live band, and the National is a grow on you kind of band. They might not hit you right away, but man, if you get into them, oh, those songs get into your bones. Gotta say, I'm not loving the new album yet, but it could just be in that place where I haven't listened to it enough. You got to see Queen this summer? I would like to see even a mercury-free Queen, I suppose, but I don't know if you can say you've seen Queen if you haven't seen Freddie Mercury. Interpol, also a band I like but don't love as much as the National. Yeah, Fenner, ask me in 6 months when I've had time to have it grow on me. Yeah, black seems... I started on black just because black seems to be where I end up most often, because the bots are undervaluing some of those critical commons and uncommons. Oh, I'm not saying they're not worth seeing, and I'm not trying to take away the awesome experience you had. I'm not trying to be, you know, I'm just saying, man, to have seen Freddie Mercury would have been awesome, is all I'm saying. No, this is us looking at a collection and talking about cards. Now I'm looking at blue. I'm talking about undervalued cards. Of course, Merfolk Secret Keeper, the bots also don't really take. So if you happen to... It's like, how many Merfolk Secret Keepers are in the 24 packs opened at your table? Because you can have literally all of them. And like the average number of Secret Keepers in a 24 booster open is like something like 2.7 or something like that, I want to say. But ask, I don't know if Nick Davidson is still here, but he showed a deck on Facebook in which he had 6 Merfolk Secret Keepers and a 4-leaf clover. Yeah, bet he milled them out quite a bit there. Yeah, Witching Well goes pretty late, which is funny because as a card that has the special treatment, it usually means they identify it as a pretty good card. Actually, I'm going to look at just uncommons and commons. Those are the only thing we really care about talking about in terms of undervalued cards by bots. Didn't say please goes very late. It's not amazing, but because this format is so grindy, deck damage matters, and this you can do worse than having some didn't say pleases in your deck for sure. Yes, Tome Raider seems criminally undervalued. This card goes way late for bots, and some people don't get it. It's like it's just a 1/1 flyer for 3, and we, especially just on the heels of a 2/1 flyer with a relevant tribal type for 3 that draws a card, this can feel like, well, this is just so much worse, I don't want it. But there's so few ways to deal with flyers unless you have flyers of your own. Then even the 1/1 plunking away in the air is tough, and if you can make it bigger at all, then they get crazy. What else is undervalued? That's the big one for blue, I think, or the big ones for blue. I couldn't tell you what's undervalued in red and white because I don't really play them. I haven't played, I guess red, I've played red in the context of blue, but I couldn't tell you where they're undervaluing things in red. In fact, I think they're overvaluing things in red and white, which is why we're getting all these Sultai decks. And in green, let's see, what leaps out at me is undervalued by bots. You can get Rose Thorns pretty late, but I don't know if that means they're undervalued. It just means Rose Thorn is appropriately a late pick. I feel like these come pretty late in the sense that they come 3rd or 4th pick, you know. I think Tree Folk is definitely undervalued. Get a lot of Tree Folk. Oh, when we were in black, and I didn't even mention our friend Reaper. Where's Hat? Reaper of Night. Oh, no, I did mention it. Sorry, never. We did talk about that. Yeah. It's undervalued, but you because you only need a couple. We did talk about it. I'm talking about it again. It's that good. Hat. What else? Yeah, I think that's the main stuff in the colors that I'm finding myself playing the most. You see Beanstalk Giant. Similarly, like 3rd, 4th, 5th pick Beanstalk Giant, I think is actually undervaluing that.